Coming into qualifying 1, many teams were struggling with corner exit speeds and power deployment in the second and third sector. One of the teams that was struggling with exit speeds a lot were Toro Rosso, but both drivers Carlos Sainz and Jamie Alguersuari managed to get into Q2, both just a second off the pace. Both Saubers, Manners and Renaults were eliminated during qualifying 1. After 2 consecutive race wins in China and Russia, the pressure was on Jamie Alguersuari to perform in front of his home crowd, and the 26-year-old did just that, putting his Toro Rosso second, just 400ths off Lewis Hamilton. Both Force Indias, the 2 Haases, Jenson Button and Carlos Sainz were eliminated in qualifying 2. Nico Rosberg set an early time that was not going to be beaten for the rest of the qualifying 3 session. Local hero Jamie Alguersuari went second, just 900ths off the Mercedes. He was followed by Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, who looked to have top speed issues, once again piling the Mercedes conspiracies to the roof. Raikkonen went 6th, followed by Vettel, Massa, Bottas and Alonso rounded out the top 10.
Isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast and then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead.
Alright, so hello everyone and welcome back to our Jaime Alguersuari career mode. We are here for episode number 5 in Spain, Catalonia, Barcelona for Jaime Alguersuari's home race. So we are definitely going to look to perform in front of the home crowd. We are starting P2 alongside the Mercedes of Nico Rosberg. Daniel Ricciardo is right behind us, so is Max Verstappen. So a very good showing from the Renault cars this time out. Of course, the Toro Rosso actually isn't a Renault car, isn't Renault engined, it is Ferrari engined. So a good showing from the Red Bull branded cars, I guess I can say that. Toro Rosso and Red Bull 3rd, 4th and 5th on the grid. But anyway, we build up the lights to 5, it's 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. We're getting absolutely amazing jump on Nico Rosberg, but he actually gets it back in the higher gears. We box in Daniel Ricciardo, so he has nowhere to go, but we dive one up the inside of Nico Rosberg from very far back, and we push him out wide. Daniel Ricciardo is right behind us, and I'll just let Crofty take this one away.
He's ahead of Valtteri Bottas. Round turn 3 we go, and it's Nico Rosberg, and Hamilton's onto the grass, and Hamilton's had a massive crash, and he's crashed into his teammate. The 2 Mercedes come together as Hamilton tried to pass on the inside, and he can cover his hands over his eyes, and he won't want to see that again.
So there you have it, a very unfortunate start to the race for us and Daniel Ricciardo, because of course us being in Toro Rosso crashing with a Red Bull driver, that will definitely not help us out, especially when we were battling with Verstappen in Australia and Bahrain in the practice sessions. But we come out of the pits in P19, but we try and make up as many positions as we can, and we try to dive bomb Ericsson, but it doesn't quite work out, and we drop to P16 for the time being. But the safety car comes in 2 laps later, and we are gearing up for a move around the outside of Ericsson. So he goes to the inside, and we swoop around his outside. He was on the soft tyres that I think he started the race on, and of course we're on a few lap newer medium tyres. But on lap 7 we are closing up to Esteban Gutierrez, and we make a pretty simple move up his inside for P number 8, and just up ahead is our teammate Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas, so we'll try and hunt them down as soon as possible. And just on the next lap we are right on the back of our teammate Carlos Sainz, and this is going to be for P6. and we make another simple move up the inside into turn number 1, and Pascal Wehrlein and Valtteri Bottas are just up ahead. 2 Mercedes engined cars, so they're definitely not going to be easy to overtake on the straight, so we try to make the best of it through the corners, and we get a very good run on Pascal Wehrlein through turn number 3, and we actually get the move done at turn number 4, and just a few corners later we have the DRS on Valtteri Bottas. We're too far back to make a move, or are we? Under the brakes we dive bomb Valtteri Bottas, and that is us promoted up into P4. And on lap 13 we come into the pits for the hard tyres, and we're going to try and take them as long as possible to the end of the race, as far as possible. And we're just about going to try and get to the end of the race. It might not work, it probably won't work, because the Toro Rosso did not look good on tyre wear at all during practice. As we cross the white line, you know, just a little bit of anger trying to get onto the racing line as soon as possible. But we are P12, closing Kevin Magnussen in P11, and we're going to try and make the move as soon as possible. And just a corner later we go up as inside at turn number 5, and that is us into P11, which is a net P6. But once again we come in from the lead of the race, and Nico Rosberg actually passes us just as we come into the pits, which just underlines how much of a gap he has, how quick he is. He has a pit stop advantage over us, and we are in P7. But at the end of the race we come home in P number 6 for a very disappointing home Grand Prix.
Good job, you did really well. Super driving.
I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. I'm coming now, follow my lead. I'm coming now, follow my lead.
So there we have it. We come home P6 for the Spanish Grand Prix. A very exciting race, but sometimes a very hectic race. Lewis Hamilton, of course, wins from P5 on the grid. So very big well done to him. Carlos Sainz comes in P7's right behind us, and that means that we are 29 points off the top of the table, and that moves Toro Rosso 70 points off the top of the table. But if you enjoyed that video, be sure to smash the like button and comment down below. If you are new, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.